Hello and welcome to the Jekyll Hyde Club. Today we are reviewing a Game of Thrones action figure. To be more specific, we have Petyr Baelish himself, a 7-inch figure by Dark Horse. They created several full-scale Game of Thrones figures, and he is in a very good position. They called it characteristic or essential or something like that, but I think they're right too, because to an extent the actor that plays him, Aidan Gillen in Game of Thrones, I guess I saw him a little bit different in the books, and this version to me, even though the attire is entirely right, I still would think of him sort of as more like the book version, and this one is more the book version for me, even though it is based on the actor Aidan Gillen. So this figure doesn't have any articulation, but its personality is still shining through for me. You can see the short hair and the cunning expression of one of the most cunning players in the great Game of Thrones. And I like the decoration. It shows kind of a nice outfit, really, because the front of it is simple, which reminds me, when I look at him, of his humble origins that give rise to his nickname as Littlefinger, which is a small island from which he comes, the smallest of nobles under the jurisdiction of House Tully. And at the back it shows still lots of ornate patterns, which to me reminds how he managed to rise to power through his own devices, his cunning, his wits. And that's why I like role-playing him at times, because some people justifiably called him the Grandmaster of the Game of Thrones. And being a fan of chess, I respect his cunning, I respect how he rose to power, how he used all the opportunities, how he can turn something that other people would consider chaos and unpleasant and unfriendly, whatever else. He uses it to rise above, to get more power, to get more glory, to get more true power, not the kind that is only based on appearance. So I really like him. He's one of my favorites in the game. I like playing him. I don't like some of his passions, but I like his intellectual acuity. I don't like specifically his tendencies, as those of you who watch Game of Thrones would of course know why, because not all of them are laudable, just his intellect in itself. So this is the figure, and I'm showing you his different sides. I think the ornate pattern should come across very nicely, and then he's standing on this little type of almost like a pedestal, I would say, but it's kind of funny because his power is based in King's Landing, and it's like this one I could think symbolically as he is landing on something really heavy. So just a very nicely done figure. It even has the mockingbird, his sigil, because it is the one that represents his personality best, as well as his noble house. Here is how his box looks in its entirety. You already saw the insides before, and now you can see the actor himself, Aidan Gillen, an Irish actor. He also plays some other popular shows. I believe he may have played in one of the Arthurian romances too, so he does medieval style really well. And I like the way he portrays Petyr Baelish. It seems I could see several of his features, like the handsome face that was described, the cunning, the carelessness, the unconventional attitudes. All of them are very interesting, and he does them well. Even the age range is about right. Then on the back we get himself, the figure this time, and the Game of Thrones blurb that describes Littlefinger. Some of you would probably remember it, but still it's kind of cool. Littlefinger was a childhood friend of the Tully sisters, Lysa and Catelyn, the latter of whom he loved deeply. Littlefinger married Lysa Arryn to secure the Vale to the Lannister side, but he has always had his eye on Sansa Stark. He arranged for her escape to the Eyrie after Joffrey's murder, and he killed his new bride when she threatened Sansa. Sansa then protected Littlefinger by claiming her aunt took her own life. So this is in a nutshell the summary of Petyr Baelish Littlefinger so far, and look how he looks. I like his repose, his composition, it's all very nice. Here is the sign of the dark horse. Somehow it makes me think about the knight in chess, that kind of a position. And this one is the deluxe version of the figure, and it reminds us on the box here that it's HBO Office, because the Game of Thrones series is produced by HBO, and of course based on the books by George R.R. Martin, as many of you know, I'm sure. So that has been our review of Petyr Baelish Littlefinger. I hope you enjoyed it, and we have many more toy reviews if you want to check some of them out. Versatile, spooky toys, other kinds of toys, mystical, metaphysical, inspirational, all kinds. You are bound to find something that you like, and if you do, please subscribe to our Jekyll Hyde Club. And until then, try to enjoy the daylight.